Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Chicago. Figured I'd come on since the barrel run's right here. Of course, we're right here at Michigan and Lake, where we usually start our live streams. Looks like it's sitting here on the corner of the barrel run. This nice giant keg of whiskey here that drives around. They converted a bus, of course. And so we'll film it here, and I've seen this driving around the city all over the place here. We'll just try to get the whole thing in here. Let's see if I can frame it here in the landscape. Oh, we're just marketing for them, the barrel run here. You can join the crew here, driving around the city, enjoying the whiskey. And we'll cross the street here. I just wanted to get it here, the barrel run here in Chicago. We'll get a nice view of it here. It's on Water Street. I guess just waiting to take off and drive around. And hope everybody's having a good afternoon. Let me turn on the chat here. Paula, thanks for tuning in. Yeah. I know I went off the handle this morning. I already deleted that live. It's probably a good thing. Thanks for letting me vent this morning. I'm just kind of working things out in my mind and trying to determine the best path forward. I appreciate everybody's feedback and comments. This morning I kind of went off the handle trying to come to terms with my plight that as much as I want to get away from TikTok, I'm stuck with TikTok, and I'll still continue to. I want YouTube to be my primary home for content. They're coming out with a lot of new tools. They're just rolling out. I think they call it YouTube Create or something. It's like a little phone app where it allows you to edit videos. They're just copying TikTok. You know, a lot of the new tools that YouTube is rolling out. Thank you. Thanks for letting me vent, Paul. I appreciate it. Dolores, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, a lot of the tools that TikTok are a lot of the tools that YouTube is rolling out are just mimicking what TikTok has already created, because we got some wind here. It's kind of windy, which is good, but they still don't let people discover live streamers in the shorts. And that's a major hindrance to TikTok for live streamers. And that's why all the live streamers are still on Twitch or on TikTok, because it's easy to gain followers and find people discover new content. And that's why I guess TikTok's still so popular, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. So we'll see if I'll be able to live stream tomorrow starting in the morning. Supposedly the my week-long TikTok live streaming suspension ends at like 6:45 tomorrow. We'll give it a try on my walk to work tomorrow. I'll probably be very cautious and be very robotic, and I can't be my true authentic self or speak freely on TikTok. That's exactly what they want. We're all hemmed in by their terms and conditions. TikTok's not free speech, neither is YouTube. I feel much freer on YouTube to express myself. You've already heard me doing it this week. So YouTube will continue. I'll continue to live stream on YouTube. I'll split my time between TikTok and YouTube. I do like the widescreen format. Better quality on YouTube as far as 720p. You can watch it on the flat screen TV. Advantages of TikTok is people love that app. I still reconnect to my audience. New people can discover me, and then I can hopefully direct them to my YouTube page. If we do subscriptions, it'll be through YouTube. I'm never gonna do subscriptions through TikTok. I don't trust TikTok with my money. I don't trust TikTok with your money. That's why it's laughable. I was talking with Women Life Freedom, about how TikTok. I saw a TikTok commercial too. TikTok's advertising. They want to do all this business partnering and stuff. If I ran a business like Darren or other people we're friends with, how can they be a good business partner when they can delete your business account at any time for any reason? And there goes all you better have an email list, just like Darren always said, you better have an email list, because just like us, we had to reconnect. You lose all your customer base there. And I guess, you know, if you got e-commerce, you'll have email lists, but you know, I am bashing TikTok again. I'll get off my bailiwick here. We'll enjoy just heading down the river here. I didn't even give a nice scene of the river. Here comes the nice dinner cruise boat's gonna head this way and come right underneath us. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa. Thanks. Lisa, you're great. Thank you and everybody else for talking some sense to me, encouraging me to you know, come to terms with what I was complaining about this morning. I really appreciate your good feedback and advice and perspective. That's it. I need perspective. I guess that's awesome. You know, she does such a great job. You know, and she was here last night, and there was a huge audience for the violinist that we just passed by here. And I know a lot of street performers do not like live streamers because, you know, I should give her some money if I'm going to film her. And I'm just walking by. And I think you guys understand. But thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Paula. Thanks, Dolores. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being great friends. And I don't like the term followers. I rather use the term friends. We're all friends here, equals, and it's great. And see, there's another violinist setting up right there. That's awesome. Plaza of the Americas right here. You know where we're at here. We're across from the Tribune building. I'm just gonna head straight up Michigan because it's only a Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday. Nope. How's everybody else's day going? You all having good days? Anything else crazy happening in the world, different parts of the country? You know, we had some rain here. I just made it in to work 8 o'clock this morning, and then it started raining. It rained pretty much all the morning until noon. The sun came out about 1 o'clock. I guess I could have went out and did a lunchtime thing, but I just worked on editing some of the videos you saw posted today on TikTok, posting the reruns here from YouTube. We'll just head down and see what's happening on Rush Street. We'll go through Mariana Park, see if any dogs are out. Thank you. Thanks, Dolores. Thanks, Lisa. And yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if we can go back on TikTok. It's just so interesting. Someone else mentioned. I think it was a guy. He mentioned that he really likes being able to watch the entire live stream recording at his convenience. Whenever, you know, if you miss a live, I know not everybody's in different time zones. If you miss a live, in YouTube, you can go right to the live tab, as you all know how to do. Watch the whole thing at your convenience, and you know, it's TikTok doesn't allow for that. And I told him, I would like to live stream 100% of my time in YouTube, but I can't convince the vast majority of our TikTok audience to even watch the reruns. I'm not asking anybody to get off of TikTok. I'm saying just watch the rerun. But they won't even do that. They're like, I have people that for this whole week, they're like, we missed you going live. We want to watch you going live. I said, I've been going live all this week, like you guys know. Just watch me on YouTube. They won't do it. I don't think Sarah likes YouTube. I think she doesn't like the widescreen, which that's fine. That's her preference, and I understand that. Yeah, for the treadmill. Yeah, you could put. I used to do that during the pandemic. You know, I would have a stationary bike and I put it in front of the TV. The exact same thing as you. I would search from YouTube for videos of people riding bikes with their helmet cam, and there I'd be riding through the Alps just like my Peloton bike. You know, people do that with the Peloton subscription. I did it for free with YouTube, you know, and did it the cheap way. And yeah, you could do it. You can do it with my. Other people say they do that too. They do their walking treadmill in the convenience of their home, putting on, and you can check out a neighborhood, pick out, you know, a different topic. It's great, yeah. And that's why I want to continue to post content in YouTube, so you can watch it in widescreen on your TVs. It's just the phone's so convenient. I think that's why TikTok is. People always have the phone with them if they're on the bus or they're waiting, you know, at the airport. You whip out the phone. This siren's been trailing us. Let's see what's happening here. There it comes. It's an ambulance. I want to cross the street, but that ambulance is stuck in traffic. It's not. These people need to move. Scenes and sounds of the city. Oh, it's deafening. Yeah, look at that, a hotel going up there. Now we'll just wait for the left turn here. There's where Lori's used to be, Lori's Steakhouse. It was a great prime rib, and sadly it's gone. And there was a building inside there. Somebody told me they tore that down. That building was historic. And I wonder if that's going to be redeveloped into a hotel or a high-rise. That's prime real estate right there. The prime rib real estate of Lori's. I don't know if anybody's run across the Lori's seasoning salt. That's where that comes from. It's the same Lori's with the L. Hey, look at that nice mural there. Hey, we'll go window shopping. We'll check out the windows here. Here's a Starbucks. Man, oh, that's a nice dog. Yeah. But it still feels like summer. It's amazing. It's still like 70 degrees. Trees are green. It's warm by the lake. There's the Cub store. Nike Town. All right, we'll cross the street here. Why not? Look at the traffic. The traffic's really bad today on Michigan Avenue, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because that ambulance came through. I don't know. That wouldn't have messed it up that much. Hey, look at the scooters. Yeah, and see all the people in their scrubs, because, you know, we checked out the hospitals earlier in the week, and I guess that was yesterday morning. Hey, how's it going? Oh, there was a dress code. Yeah, so Lori's had a dress code. Yeah, I've run into that too. One time I went into a nightclub, and I was wearing a t-shirt with like a shirt over it, and they didn't like the t-shirt, and I had to button up my shirt. Luckily I had a shirt over it, so I could just button over it, you know. I wouldn't want to belong to a club that would have someone like me as a member. That's the old Groucho Marx joke that was reused in Annie Hall. The movie Annie Hall. Oh, nice window displays here at Nike Town. Yeah, that's nice. I like that too with the bikes. That's nice. Look at these chairs with the flowers. But here's the, yeah, of course, they're making progress. I guess this is going to be the new H&M, I think. or Uniqlo or H&M, something like that's going in here. There's, of course, the Zara. Hey, let's head Avenue again, looking south. Michigan Avenue looking north. Grace, thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Hopefully we'll make our triumphant return to TikTok tomorrow. We're all I gotta go back to the beast, the censoring beast. Look at they're cruising on the scooters right there. 2 in a row. Oh, they got caught up with they couldn't make it across before the pedestrians. People riding bikes on the sidewalks. Yeah, right on the sidewalks, yeah. Right on Michigan Avenue. You're not supposed to ride on the sidewalks, but people do it. It's hard to ride a bike on Michigan Avenue. You see, I've done it. You see, I've ridden on the sidewalk briefly to park my divvy bike. You know, the divvy bike stations are here, you know, and I break I'm a hypocrite too. I break my own rules that I complain about, you know me. Cross against the light, jaywalk. Portillo's, oh, that's good. Yeah, send some chocolate cake. Yeah, you got to get the chocolate cake shake at Portillo's. That's one of their best signature desserts there. Look at that taxi cab over the way. That's good. So, Lisa, you work at the university. That's great. We'll talk about it. I'm interested in your educational background and what you teach and what that's like, you know. My sister teaches elementary age kids, like to 4th and 5th grade in Texas, and it's amazing. The amount of extracurricular work she constantly has to do to keep up with all the standards, and she's always on Sunday. She's taking like online courses and the continuing education, and I know you got that with the universities, and it's amazing. You know, I have so much respect for educators, teachers, professors, TAs, grad students, you know, and especially elementary age and high school teachers that, you know, all this public school education, and it's really hard to be a teacher, especially nowadays, for multiple reasons. It always was hard. My mother was a teacher. She was you know, special ed, kids with special needs, you know, and yeah, the Black and Beige building. Which one are you talking about? Let's see. Yeah. They're big quirky, I bet. I always would joke, you know, once you get into the upper echelons of the intellectual, you know, think of like University of Chicago and you know, people, you stand up studying more and more about less and less. You delve down the rabbit holes of your specialization, and you know, it's amazing, you know, but it's so vast, the realm of knowledge, and you know. Yeah, Black and Beige building. So which one, you know, let's see. Yeah, they got the Nemus Marcus, we got the Allerton Tip Top Tap. They got that one. Of course, this is the Pump House, the Water Tower. We go by this all the time, the John Hancock. That's the Ritz-Carlton. I always forget that. It's the Ritz-Carlton there at the Water Tower. And then, of course, this is the Park Hyatt with the housing above. It's right here by the Water Tower. Yeah, that's a nice view with the Water Tower with the John Hancock behind it. Well, let's head right over here to Rush Street. We'll go past the seminary. There's the beautiful seminary building with the statue to, I think his name is Archbishop Quigley, or I don't know if he was a Cardinal. And then, look, there's Canada Goose. I never point out Canada Goose. There's a large Canada Goose store right there. And then this is Bottega Veneta. Another store right here. Right that fronts the water tower. Rob, thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Welcome to the city full of sirens. The siren a minute. Oh, there's the fire truck. That's the fire truck that pulled out of there's a fire station behind the pump house there. And it looks like the water tower. It's the same style. There's the seminary I was talking about here. We'll get you views of this as we go by. But yeah, like I was telling everybody else, earlier, I really want to migrate to YouTube. I'm still going to have a presence on TikTok because it's the easiest way to gain, as Lisa said, access to a wider audience. And it is, it has value. People that are looking to move to Chicago or want to just tune in to see. They used to live in this city, want to see what's happening and the nostalgia. I learned so many things from those people. They tell me the history of neighborhoods, how they change over time, and so we'll split the content with YouTube and TikTok. I'll probably do TikTok in the mornings, and then I'll probably do YouTube at lunch, and I might do YouTube in the evenings too, because especially to get the Christmas lights on Michigan Avenue, we're not even there yet. They're months away from putting those up. They don't usually do it until Thanksgiving. But yeah, here's the Rolls Royce, the Ferrari here.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, look at this. But look at that window. Look at that window at the seminary. I know I'm panning around. You see Loyola, the seminary, which is no longer used as a seminary. This wonderful, it has a courtyard on the inside. And I think there's still offices. People still working there. I see people going in and parking in the corridor, or in the courtyard. But yeah, here's the Lamborghini Gold Coast. Oh, there's a silver one. Look at that silver Lamborghini. Wow, that's nice. Joe Perillo Lamborghini Gold Coast. Yeah, there's two of them. Look at that. Those cars cost more than most people's houses. And just think what it costs to insure them. And that's why I joke, you buy a car, you get a free watch. They'll give you a free watch. Nothing's free. Yeah, I agree. YouTube will be better for my mental health. I enjoy talking with you, my core audience, and I appreciate you for joining in. Look at the Rivian store. Look, they really added a lot of flair to it. Let's get the whole thing. So of course the Tesla store is a block north, and that's been there for years. Here's the Rivian store, which just opened, and they're a competitor in the electric vehicle market. They compete against Tesla, and that's why they opened a store a block south here on Rush Street. We're at Rush and Chestnut. And they were really friendly when I walked by there before. They noticed I was live streaming. They were waving to me. They wanted me to go in and market. There's the statue to Archbishop Quigley right there on the seminary. And yeah, let's check out this Rivian store. Let's see what it's looking like inside here. Look, there's the charging, easy charging anywhere. What else we got? Let's see. They got bunches of books. There's a nice view to the Sofitel. But yeah, Rivian. There, they're talking right there. There, look at that. Look at that side. They got a side compartment. That's interesting. Oh, cars. I don't even have a car. Why am I showing all these cars? Yeah, I know I get riled up. I'm always a high-strung person. I guess it's the Appalachian Scots-Irish in me. I always joke, you know, and I know it was a horrible caricature, the Beverly Hillbillies, if you remember that old sitcom. I'm like Granny. You know, Granny on the Beverly Hillbillies, if you remember that old sitcom from the 60s. She was always hopped up, jumping around, angry. That's the class, you know, and she was playing a caricature, which is damaging. It was pejorative against real people that live in Appalachia, including some of my relatives that still live there to this day. But that was the caricature. She was a high-strung Appalachian mountain woman, ready to fight at every word, you know. And I got that too, you know. And you noticed that's why I have a hard time dealing with the trolls, because it's, you know, I'm the Hatfields and McCoys. I'm ready to go, you know. It's just, you knock the chip off my shoulder, you know. I'm not going to take it. I'm not just going to sit there and take it. But you have to pick your battles. It's a mental game. You guys help me out with it, keep me grounded. And it's all big game. It's all big game. So now, you know, starting tomorrow, here's the Tesla story, yeah. I'm going to switch to playing a role. I'm going to play a fake. The TikTok will be the fake Brian. It'll be the fake Brian where I can't talk about certain subjects. I can't be myself. Isn't that amazing? I cannot be myself on TikTok. If I'm myself and talk about things sarcastically, it'll just trip the algorithm to ban me, because the algorithm doesn't get sarcasm. It can't get that I'm sarcastically mocking it. I guess the algorithm doesn't like that either. And, you know, I have to be really careful, make sure I don't go past any dispensaries. You know, look, mushrooms, I can't make any, like, mushroom jokes. I can't be myself. I can't be myself on TikTok. How horrible is that? That this app where you're supposed to express yourself as a creator, I can't be myself. And I don't feel welcome there. I don't think they're good partners for creators. I don't know how other live streamers deal with it. You know, I guess they just play a role. They just, Dan there plays the happy New Yorker. And every once in a while, I've seen him fly off the handle and curse at cars that were trying to run him over on his skateboard. You know, he has to go by dispensaries in New York. He has to. They don't ban him, but I guess he's smart enough. He has the emotional intelligence not to mention the name of them. And I gotta rise to that level. But I want to say, like Versace, I want to point it out. It's part of the urban fabric, and they're forcing me to censor what's in the public domain, which is stupid. I guess it's to protect the kids. It's to protect the kids. I know it's to protect the kids. You know, look at this. Wow, guys, here. It's a nice shop, yeah. Yeah. Madewell. Yeah, you know what it's like. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, Granny was great. Granny, you didn't mess with Granny on the Beverly Hillbillies. She would tell you what for. She would speak her mind. You know, and that's how my grandfather was. He wouldn't hold back. If he didn't like you, you knew it. He wouldn't be two-faced. He couldn't be all Machiavellian. You know, be all nice to your face and then, you know, talk bad about you behind you. But no, he talked bad about you to your face. If he didn't like you, you knew it. I'm the same way. It's called being a genuine person. So here, TikTok forces it all to be fake. All to be fake just to sell merchandise, to sell little virtual widgets and stuff to make TikTok profits. Selling advertising for stuff I can't afford. Yeah, I'll sleep better. Thank you. Thanks for the good feedback. Yeah, so another good thing about doing TikTok in the morning, a lot of the trolls are still sleeping at that time. They're the ones that always want me to go in the middle of the night, because that's when they're drunk and riled up and wanting to have their battles, you know, and we'll catch them while they're sleeping it off there. Yeah, Hugo's Frog Bar. Look how packed it is on the inside. Get your oysters and Oysters are aphrodisiacs, yeah. Gibson Steakhouse. We've been by here 1,000 times. Buck's Bar, the Bellevue. Yeah, get your steak. I did go by the Chop House, which is nice. The Chop House is a nice alternative to Gibson's, a nice Chicago steakhouse. It's over by the Excalibur, but or where the Excalibur used to be. There I am calling things by the wrong names because they changed. This is still Whispers though. Hey, nobody's by the fountain. There's the gelato. See, it's starting to, they'll start packing up these chairs. Usually they leave them out for another month or so. This is such a great plaza because it's used. Just look at these people sitting out here in the middle of the afternoon, just, you know, hanging out, conversing with their friends and neighbors. Marilyn, thanks for tuning it in. Appreciate it. Welcome to YouTube. So I've been telling everybody, we'll see if my week-long suspension from TikTok should end tomorrow morning. Is tomorrow Wednesday? I guess it is. And so we'll give it a try tomorrow on TikTok. See what happens, and see how long I could last before something else trips the algorithm. I'll try to stay positive. I'll try to be the happy hippie, just being jovial and finding the joy in everyday things, but you know, we'll see how it goes. There the L's going, or the subway's going underneath us, the red line, you can hear it. Blue Malnati's, yeah. No, people seem to like the Geno's East video. I know it's very touristy. I posted that Geno's East, which is a, talk about that, 45 in the AM, so they count 7 days, 7 24-hour days. And you know how they have the battles and stuff where you have like four people on a screen. Alas, you know, people aren't going to follow me to YouTube, so I got to go back to TikTok. I'll keep promoting my YouTube account on TikTok. We'll see if we get any more subscribers to come over. And then then the next time we have to switch back to YouTube full time, we'll be ready. And so he's the senior senator from Kentucky. Rand Paul's the junior senator, and isn't it interesting? You know, Rand Paul, the carpetbagger. I know his dad was Ron Paul. I actually respected his dad more. They're making a left there. I actually respected his dad more than I respect Rand Paul. But yeah, poor Mitch is having senior moments, just like Dianne Feinstein, and it's just the nature of the committees, the seniority. The longer you're in senator or in Congress, you rise to the top of the leadership positions of the committees. And so the people running the committees are the oldest people that have been, reelected to the Senate so many times. And since people are president, look, all our people running for president are in their 80s. Jimmy Carter's still hanging on. Long live Jimmy Carter. Did you see Jimmy Carter with his wife? They were in the peanut parade there in Plains, Georgia, or wherever they were at. I know Jimmy Carter's been in hospice for months. He's still hanging on. He's 99 years old. We're all living longer, which is good, but it's hard with the leadership positions in Congress. And Mitch McConnell is a perfect example. Dianne Feinstein. Come on. You had to ride off into the sunset. What's wrong with retiring? But it's the power. Their constituency, the lobbyists, have so much money in them that they can't give it up. Yeah, Mitch, Moscow Mitch. He's pretty stoic, but that's the way. If you're a senator or a lawyer, you get pretty stoic. You got the terse lips. You sit there, look all stern and stoic. Thing that probably got me suspended, that was the day after Boebert, what's her name? Lisa Boebert, the congresswoman, in the news that morning. But it happened the night before. It hit the news that she went to the Beetlejuice thing and, you know, was out there making out, and they all had happy feely hands. And how can we take any of this seriously? Both the right and left. We got Menendez getting gold bar. You know, we're all, you know, truth. Like, oh my God. Is the government going to shut down? You know, the stock market tanked today. Here we go again. Here we go again. I'm going to lose my connection here. It's probably good because I'm talking about stuff I shouldn't be talking about. Yeah, this street does have a lousy signal. You're right. Every time I get by the Playboy Mansion, it's coming back. It's coming back. So just bear with me. We'll walk out of it. Thanks for bearing with my lousy connection. I know it's lousy here when we walk by the Playboy Museum. Right? Hold on myself and speak freely. Hear me hold on through this soft patch and we'll walk out of it. Yeah, it's right around the original Playboy Mansion. This is like a shadow zone, just like the Bean. I don't know why. There, we're back. Now we're back to 3,800 kilobits per second. It'll take a little time for you to see the results on your end. It's a little lag time between when I see my bandwidth improve and but look at this mid-century modern here. They got the entryway. You enter there and then you go over top of the parking, you know, that little tube you walk over. It's good. Came back. Thanks Tara. Thanks for sticking with me there with the bad connection. And it was probably good because they got me off the talking about Congress and the Senate, which I'll try not to talk about that on TikTok. I'll throw my moderators a bone and not taunt court the trolls there. The ghost of Bunny's Past. Yeah, I can't wait till they put up the Halloween. You know, hopefully I'm going to try to maintain as best as I can, not getting banned from TikTok, so we can get through the Halloween season, so I can show you all the beautiful Halloween decorations, not only in this neighborhood, but downtown in Lincoln Park, and Christmas lights. That's what Women Life Freedom was talking to me about. There's a guy that live streams in England, and he had a big following, and then he stopped live streaming, but now he's back. And what got him back was the nostalgia of Christmas lights. He saw Christmas lights. I can't believe they're putting up Christmas lights in England already. That's how early they're starting the season there. Somebody's putting up Christmas lights already in England. It's still September, you know. But supposedly that's what got him back. And Women Life Freedom is a guy. He's happy because that's one of his favorite live streamers, and he really enjoyed watching him in England, you know. And he gave it up for months. Now he's back, and so Jonathan, thanks for tuning in. That's great. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Hopefully my connection will stay strong now. We moved over to Dearborn Street. Look how they got the little cones on these bollards here. Carpool lane for the church here. This is a St. Christendom's. This is a Protestant church here. Let's see, but it's still nice here. They got the nice steeple and rectory, free library. Fits right in here with the residential neighborhood. Hey, thanks for listening, Tara. Yeah, it's interesting stuff all around. Oh, yeah. Hey, there's some nice dogs, yeah. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm enjoying watching the good videos Chris has been posting. He's been walking through the parks with his dog, Maddie, up there, up on the northern suburbs. And City Walking Girl went to the Jazz Festival last weekend. That was nice. and I enjoy checking out everybody else's stuff. Look at that.
Okay, well, that might not be
There, parking for rent right there. Studios and 1 bedroom, 1446 Dearborn. I don't know the prices. You can check on line there. So, let's talk about this while we're on YouTube. The 3 things that I've narrowed down that have led to both my permanent suspension and my temporary suspension are all somewhat related, because the first time coincidentally, and I can't tell because TikTok won't tell me, I walked past a marijuana dispensary. I kind of vaguely motioned to the window and said something about it, and then I started railing about the pandemic and talking about inflation. Those 2 right there. Marijuana dispensaries, bad. Pandemic, anything about the pandemic, very dangerous, because they can classify it as misinformation, because they can't understand my sarcasm, they don't know my intent, they don't know that I tried to follow all the rules, I wore a mask, I was vaccinated, and so lesson, don't talk about the pandemic, don't talk about dispensaries. The same thing with my temporary ban, same thing. I happened to go past the dispensary, made some vague reference to it and the name of it, and then I sarcastically made a comment about the Chinese Communist Party on TikTok. They said I was spreading misinformation. I think that's really what tripped it, is that I said something sarcastically derogatory, and it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is why Darren is right about not manifesting negative energy. I had a premonition when I walked past the dispensary. I said, I wonder if this is going to get me banned. And then, so in response to that, in preemptive, I said, watch, they're going to ban me. And then they did, to reinforce my premonition that Big Brother is watching. And TikTok is not free speech, never was, never will be. And I should have understood that with the terms and conditions. And so that's why I'm not going to be able to be my genuine self tomorrow. And I'll be this robotic, affable hippie, and won't be able to respond to comments the way I want to. And that's frustrating as a creator. With Pablo Picasso, I'm not Pablo Picasso, no way. I'm not even a good artist, and I just work with good artists and architects. Salvador Dali and Pablo Picasso, would they submit to TikTok's rules and conditions? No, they would want to break the rules, because they broke the rules of their time and space and did not fit in with society well. So we're supposed to be creators, but we're supposed to be commercial creators that are bound by the limits of commercial society to sell stuff. Of course, true artists are always going to fight against that. That's why I know it's controversial that I show the street art and I don't call it graffiti. Some of it might be tags, some of it might be gang related. I don't know, but it usurps the power structure. It flies in the face of it. It forces you to look at it, and it steals from the public space. But if it's beautiful, if it's interesting, it's better than a blank wall. But it is threatening. It is threatening to civil society. It always will be. But it exists in the urban form. I know I'm going off the handle here. Hopefully, yeah, China. I know China. But isn't it funny that I mentioned it, and then they did ban me because I mentioned it, which proves that there is influence, or that they're sensitive about it. Now, I know they'll classify it as spreading misinformation if I say anything about TikTok's surveillance state and whatever. But they don't want that out there. They're protecting their brand. So I'm forced to protect their brand, and it's a dictatorship. It's a dictatorship of the terms and condition of the corporation. It's not a democracy. It's not and it never was. And it's a lesson to me and everybody that all these social media companies, including Google and YouTube and Facebook, Meta, X, Twitter, whatever it is, they're a power structure that we submit to because they give us the goods. They give us the goods. They got the golden eggs. We keep coming back for it because it's human interaction. But we need to collectively, just like, I don't want to say, I know this union thing is very controversial with the auto workers use, but we need to, as Americans, we need to not give up our rights to corporations. Even American corporations, especially foreign ones. You get what I'm saying. Yeah, they're hanging out there by the Lincoln statue. That's nice. Yeah, we passed some beautiful buildings. I'm glad you saw it, Dolores. Yeah, the ones with the stairs, the spiral staircases on Dearborn, those are beautiful buildings. I'm glad that's why I go by them so many times, and they got the great landscaping, and that's why I always try to go different ways, because I go down Dearborn Street so many times that I fear that people will get tired of me going down the same block so many times. But at least I have connection there. That's the problem with State Street. I don't know. Thanks, Sandra. Yeah, we know what's going on, my good, intelligent audience here. And that's why I appreciate your attention. I know there's plenty other things to watch. This is all being recorded. That's why when with TikTok, people are scrolling by, and I'd be in the middle of a rant, and they're like, "What's this guy yelling about?" There he is yelling again. Why is he so angry? And if you just come in and I'm railing about, like, they're just like, I'm the source of every ill thing that I bring upon myself. But welcome to Lincoln Park. Once again, we find ourselves, and look, the trees are still green. There's a little evidence of there. A few leaves are starting to change, just barely. Here we are, almost to October. And the other thing going on this weekend is I gotta move. I'm moving to a different apartment within my building, so they're gonna redo my apartment, the one I live in now. And so there's a lot of stuff I got to do this weekend, and it looks like I'll be moving, and I got people coming into town to help me out, and so that'll throw a wrench in things. But I'll still be walking around. Maybe on Friday I'll be able to walk during the middle of the day, because I got to meet somebody at the train station, and we might be able to walk through the zoo again during the middle of the day, weather permitting. It's supposed to be a lot of rain this week, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't have much stuff. I was successful getting rid of a lot of stuff that I should have got rid of years ago, and it's just easy just to throw it in the closet there, and then it all piles up, and then, like, I haven't used this or looked at this stuff in years. Do I really need to move it, or why don't I just throw it out? I got rid of a couch that was all broken down. I just cut it in half, threw it in the dumpster. It was all broken down anyway. Time to get some new furniture. I'm listening to this guy talk about me. This guy's talking about me off to the left. He's like, look at this guy. Who does he think he is? Here's the dogs. Let's go check out the dogs. He's talking on the phone. Oh, good. He's talking on the phone. I didn't know what was going on. Hey, look at the dogs. Look at those clouds. That's some interesting clouds. We've been having some interesting clouds this whole week. The beginning of fall clouds. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. It's, you know, it rained this morning, but at least it cleared up for the walk home. I don't think only a few of you saw it at the very beginning where I got out of work. There was the large barrel truck. It's like a bus, but it's like I guess it's like a bourbon thing. Like you're inside of a barrel and it drives around the city like a trolley, and it was just sitting there. There was people inside of it. It just had its flashers on. So if you rewatch this live at the beginning, hopefully it recorded it. I got that. You see that driving around the city all the time. Oh, it's not easy to get rid of stuff. I know we all have sentimental value, stuff I kept for years, you know, that I moved to multiple places. You keep bringing it, and it finally didn't make the cut, you know. And yeah, if you look at the beginning, yeah, it's I forget what it's called. I mentioned it, you know. That's why I filmed it. This is part of our collective memory here. But I was, you know, this is opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. I've been reading articles about how when this happens to a lot of people. Probably about 5% of people that have TikTok accounts have had their account banned for multiple reasons. Some did break the terms and conditions. Some still this day, like me, they have no clear reason why. Like me, I have a good idea why, but I was surprised that they would delete the whole count. Like, you know, at least I just got a week suspension this time, which I wish I would have got just a week suspension the first time instead of deleting the whole account. But other people have gone through like mental health relapses if their TikTok account gets deleted, because especially if they were creators, they had all this content up there that they might not have had backed up. TikTok says it'll give you they don't follow through on it. You don't get your content back, and they went through depression. It was a major setback, because it was such you're so defeated. You lose. And that's why I think, you know, I think it's somebody I work with, they said it's purposely created to demoralize people so that you get demoralized and then they can control you. And there's no consistency. They can just pull the rug out of you for any reason. They have all the control. And so the only option is to not use their product. And I'm getting there where I really don't want to use it anymore, you know. And I think besides meeting all of you, which I want to continue, and I don't want to abandon our core audience here. That's why we're on YouTube. Aside from the real human connection, people I've met through this, you know, my life was fine before TikTok, and I'll survive without TikTok if it comes to it, you know. It's just again, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I would not be on social media. Everything. That's how much the world has changed, because I totally got away from social media before the pandemic. I still don't like showing my face on screen, even on like meetings at work. You know, the fact that everything's being recorded all the time, not only at work, but now here. Your voice gets picked up in the street, you know. We passed the point of no return. Unless you go live in a cave off the grid, you know, don't use the internet. No matter what you search on the internet, there's a recording of it. They can go through phone records. You know, that all this data is being stored all the time. Yeah, they have two accounts, you're right. And that's a good idea. You know, I realized that my second account has to be on a different platform, and I have a third account on Instagram. So, you know, now I'm really starting to consider my YouTube account my primary account from now on. I'm considering my TikTok my secondary, because I had to restart a new one. and it's so now I think I have more content on YouTube than I have on TikTok. So YouTube's my primary account, TikTok's my secondary, and Instagram's my third. And Instagram, is interesting. It's a good live streaming option. I don't despise Instagram as much as other people. Some people really don't like Instagram, and other people love Instagram. And it's just, we have to be on multiple platforms. Yeah. And that's why I'm amazed at to me, the government just showed that it can't shut it down. They wanted to shut it down. All they can do is ban it from the federal servers. I say Montana shut it down, but again, they can't force the citizens to delete it from their phones. They only can delete it from state and like universities. Some universities, I don't know if Lisa, if you deal with this, some universities don't allow TikTok because they don't trust that it's for security reasons. And especially if they do research with the federal government or DARPA. A lot of universities do research with DARPA. DARPA doesn't like TikTok. The defense, the defense Department of Defense. No way. Look, the original rainbow cone, that's been sitting there. Look, they got it roped off. They don't even move it. What's the point of having a food truck if you don't even move it? It just becomes a permanent location. Those look like rain clouds. Look at the giant Hancock here. The government can pass laws, but the real problem is, can the law be enforced? Look at the lessons we learned during Prohibition. They amended the Constitution, the Volstead Act. No liquor. But they couldn't enforce it, and it actually led to more crime than it solved. And so even though the original intent of the law may have been admirable, so people wouldn't be drunk and guys wouldn't come home from the factory drunk and spend all the paycheck, and they had 20 kids living there in the tenement. Same thing with TikTok. We need the goods. It's human interaction, and they're just exploiting it for profit. They're taking human interaction that used to exist for free, and they're taking a cut off of all of us. But it's because the technology allows for the bending of time and space, so you and I and everybody across the world could be in one little room here virtually through my cell phone app. And that's the radio station, And we're in a brave new world here. That was those were all on that tree. That was bird houses. There was a bunch of bird houses. They literally had hundreds of little bird houses all over that tree. You can go back in the live there and take a look at it and pause it maybe. I know I was talking and I should have lingered there and filmed it more. We can walk by there again. That's why I made a point to cross the street here. We can check out the geese here. Hey, the geese in the puddles. I've seen geese drink out of like the greasiest, oiliest puddles. Geese are interesting. Hey, look at that. Yeah, drink that muddy water. That's good. Yeah, look at that muck. Yeah, that's good. Chomping on that dirt. Oh, it hissed at me. Come on, be nice. I'm just walking by. It's okay. See, look, they rule the roost here. They got the road. How's it going? Yeah, the birdhouse. We got birdhouses all over the place here. Here's the geese. Just munching down. Hanging with the geese. They're here all the time. Natural fertilizer for the grass here. Yeah, the birdhouses. Yeah, Chris, how's it going? You're at your mom's house and it's all blurry. Is it still blurry? Sorry, I missed your original comment about the blurry. Yeah, I didn't see that one, but now I see it. Is it still blurry, or is it clearer now? I did go through a bad spot when we went by the original Playboy Mansion, but I think it got better. Are you guys seeing, is everybody seeing the stream clear, or does it look blurry? Good, it's not blurry now. Yeah, I probably went through a bad spot there in the park. You know, sometimes, you know, a little blurry. Good. Yeah, it's you know, if it's not one thing, it's another. So Chris, thanks for being on. We didn't do anything special. I just walked up Michigan Avenue and Rush Street on my way home. I'll try to go on TikTok tomorrow in the morning. We'll see if it works. I'll try to be like I was telling everybody else. I'm not going to be my true self. I'm going to be the happy, jovial, you know, hippie guy that doesn't talk about controversial things. I can't be myself on TikTok. I feel, isn't that amazing? I don't feel like I can be myself. Like if I say go on a rant or be some sarcastic, I'm going to say something that trips the algorithm. But, you know, and I'm going to try to direct people to the YouTube account, say please watch the YouTube. And I'm still going to live stream on YouTube probably at lunch. And we're talking about doing YouTube on my evening walk home. Because, you know, YouTube's going to be my primary account for content now. TikTok will be my secondary. I can't trust TikTok. I saw the good videos you're posting, Chris. You're walking the dog up there, checking out all the nice forest preserves up there in the North Shore. And it's great. You know, going to lighthouses, it's good. You know, well, TikTok still has value. I'm happy with all this great community. I want to reconnect with the community. I'm just amazed that we talked about this all week. People have been telling me, oh, we miss your lives. Why, when are you going to come back and go live on TikTok? I said, I'm live streaming every day on YouTube. And they act like they didn't hear it. They're like, there's no way I'm watching you on YouTube. Like it's somehow going to, you know, maybe they don't like YouTube. Maybe they really don't want to watch me and they're just being nice. I'm like, well, if you really miss my lives, I'm live right now. Why don't you tune it? No, we can't do that. And so it's really hard to get people off of the TikTok platform that I've met on the TikTok platform. I get it. So you got to go back to the TikTok galaxy. And they got us all hooked. Me too. I'm addicted. I look at TikTok every day. I'm a hypocrite. I hate it and complain about it, and I'm still looking at it like a bug attracted to the light. They got the goods. They got the juice. The circle. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, there's different resolutions you can stream at. And sometimes, you know, it might not be 720p. You might be down in the SD 480 or 240 or whatever else it is. Technology fails us once again. You get audited, yeah. TikTok is restricted, yeah. Yeah, everything's being monitored. That's why, you know, I thought I was being self-righteous. I said, oh, if I get off of social media and stay away from the city cameras, you know, I can live off the grid. No, you know, every phone call we make is recorded. Every text message, every email, it's all recorded. It never goes away. It just, there's so much piles of data. It's so hard for them to sift through and data mine everything. You know, that's why I produce so much content. You got to really sift. Who's going to take the time to watch? Some days I produce 3 hours of content. You know, that's more than daytime TV. That's like 3 soap operas a day. Come on, you know, that's a lot of content to go through. And I know it's exhausting. I don't expect anybody to watch it all. You know, I posted like 4 videos a day to TikTok. They were all reruns, but you know, there is the lawyers. They got more evidence to use against me in a court of law. I volunteered and posted it. you know. Me jaywalking across the street. There's evidence of that. I posted it myself. It's gonna come back to haunt me someday. I know it will. Oh, there's no reply button for the comments. Yeah, see there. Yeah, positive, negatives, everything. Yeah. So what, on TikTok you can reply to a specific comment? That's interesting. Yeah, I'll look into that. Yeah, there's TikTok. You know, there's a reason it's so popular. You know, the people get used to it, and it has some advantages. You know, that's why I went on my rant this morning. I felt so guilty. Hopefully, Chris, you missed that. I went on a rant this morning where I was like, I'm seriously convicted about going back on TikTok because I feel like such a hypocrite. Here I am complaining about it, and then I go, as soon as they let me back on, I go running back to it like a clone, and just go right back like nothing happened, you know. And they know that. They know it's like putting a little kid in detention, you know, or a little kid in timeout. I'm in timeout. I'm just waiting to get back to recess. And they're all having fun, and I'm stuck here in timeout. And I realize, you know, if I want access to the mass audience, that's the best way to do it. And then the only thing I can do is to try to say, please check me out on YouTube. And that's where most of my content's gonna be. You'll see the reruns, but you might not see all the lives on TikTok. And YouTube's making a lot of better tools. They came out with YouTube Create. Check it out. I know YouTube has problems too. You know, all the editing stuff you have with TikTok where you can splice videos and put music to it. They're going to do the same thing, you know, and they should have had it already. I noticed when I went there that their editing tools were limited, and they're rolling out a bunch, and they have all these effects, and you can do captions, and it's like CapCut. They're trying to do the free version of CapCut with YouTube. Yeah, I'm only human. Thanks for cutting me some slack. I got a lot of flaws. You're seeing the real deal here. That wreck, I should have kept it up. Woman Life Freedom, I told Woman Life Freedom that I was dropping the F-bomb, cursing at the Trump building, saying that I got to deal with this building every day because I have to walk by my day, and how frustrating it is for me to walk by and not give my true opinion. Well, you guys heard my true opinion, so I had to delete the video because, you know, that footage should come back to haunt me. They'll be like, you know, I get arrested one day, and that the one footage they pull up, I'm ranting like a lunatic, screaming at the Trump building in the middle of Michigan Avenue, and that was it. So I had to delete the video because it felt good. It felt good to do it live too. That was the treat of the people watching live. I hope I didn't scare anybody or like, what's wrong with this guy? He's really lost it. We knew he was losing his mind, but we didn't realize it was this bad. You know, here's the Billy Shakespeare. Oh, Billy, how you doing? Belton Stratford. Yeah. I could walk over there and peer inside, but we could do that some other day. I don't want to do it every day, because if I go in there every day, they're eventually going to do. Chris, I went into you might have saw it. I don't think you stayed on, which is fine. Everybody's got stuff to do. I don't expect anybody to watch this stuff live. Even my moderators, you can take a break. I went inside the Chicago Athletic Association, and I was filming the pool. You know, you can go back in the back, you go up the stairs, and there's the pool, and you can see all the planes. The security said, "Sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave," because they saw me filming with the gimbal, and I walked in there and filmed, as you guys know, several times, posted TikToks. Eventually now, the security is asking me not to film in the Chicago Athletic Association. So I don't want the same thing to happen to the Belton Stratford, where I wear out my welcome, where I go in there too often, and they're going to meet me at the door, and they're going to be like, "Sir, don't film in here." And, you know, you could film, you know, if I should have said, "Hey, I'm staying in the hotel," and then I could have filmed, you know, and I didn't want to lie. If I go in there with some people that are staying there, if you're staying in a hotel, you could film the hotel, you know, and I'll be like, "Hey, I'm from Europe, you know, I'm from South Africa. I'm touring this place. He would notice I wouldn't have the right accent. But, yeah. Yeah, you remember that? Chris, thanks for being on. Yeah, we got the whole Tara, J-Cat, Chris, Sharon. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks so much. Lisa, you helped me out with the nice words of wisdom. Thanks for calming me down, everybody, letting me vent. We had a nice bike ride on Monday. I like that footage of the sunrise. So yeah, we'll end it up here at this Moore umbrella. So I'm gonna go get a good night's sleep, rest up. Hopefully we'll be back on TikTok tomorrow. We'll see if anybody even watches, or the half the people probably forgot about us already, and that's fine. We'll make new friends. We'll find other people interested about the big bad city here. So here's the Moore umbrella. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll do this again tomorrow. So see you on TikTok. We'll see if it happens. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Thanks for the good comments, and have a great night, everybody. Kevin, good night. Paula, Tara, J-Cat, yeah, good night. Chris, thanks, everybody. Sharon, and Lisa, thanks, everybody. Have a great night from Chicago. Signing off. And everybody else too.